what is your, I guess, assessment of the success of this operation?
Let me say, first of all, most of what we heard today, the American people deserve and need to hear, and there's no reason why it should be kept from them. My personal view, based on what I heard, is Iran continues to be a threat. A nuclear-armed Iran is a threat to the entire world, an unacceptable threat. And right now, we have no final battle damage assessment that would enable us to be comfortable or complacent about what has been done. We are very grateful to the military men and women who performed a feat of military accomplishment that I think will go down in the annals of history. But their mission was limited to what they could destroy with the tools that they have. And the final assessment will have to indicate to us whether Iran could reconstitute with the centrifuges or nuclear enriched uranium that they have, and they have destroyed them. So we're going to have to see finally what the assessment is.
Senators have come out and some of them have said the program was set back months, some of them have said the program was set back years. Is that too premature for anyone to be talking about?
The point is, we don't know. Anybody who says we know with certainty is making it up because we have no final battle damage assessment. And certainly, this mission was successful insofar as it extensively destroyed and perhaps severely damaged and set back the Iranian nuclear arms program. But how long and how much really remains to be determined by the intelligence community itself. And so, frankly, I'm hopeful that we did as much damage as possible. The nuclear armed Iran is an unacceptable threat to the world. I'm rooting for success, but I'm far from comfortable with how much actual damage was done until we finish the final assessment, which our community is engaged in doing right now. And I hope they work with the Israelis and others who may have not.
I mean, you're convinced right now or unconvinced about the administration's claim that the Iran nuclear program was obliterated?
I think obliterated is much too strong because it implies that it couldn't be reconstituted. Somehow it was completely eliminated. Certainly there was serious and perhaps severe damage to it. And the use of those 12 bombs in the sites where they were positioned, I think, was serious and substantial. But how much damage was done, you really need a final assessment.
And from what you learned, do you believe Iran is now more motivated or less motivated to build a nuclear weapon?
I don't think we have an accurate picture of what Iran's motivation is at this moment in history. Certainly, they've reacted with measured and temperate response, but whether that's a head fake and a feint, we don't know at this point. I think there is a significant consensus on the world community that Iran is a danger not only to the United States and to Israel, but to the world at large. And I'm hoping that diplomacy now will play a part in reaching an ironclad, verifiable agreement that Iran will abandon this program, but we need to be prepared for the worst, even as we hope for the best.
The president put out a Truth Social post alleging that Democrats leaked the assessment and should be prosecuted. Do you have any reaction to that?
I have no reason to think that is your question members of Congress or
I can pull it up. He said Democrats specifically. The president is on Truth Social. It's right there.
Well, I have no information about them.
Senator, were you given a timeline on when Congress may be given a final assessment? With those outline
Well, let
questions?
me put it this way, because I'm not at liberty to talk about what was said, and so far I haven't. The question about how long the final assessment will take has to be answered by this administration. And so far, there's been no answer publicly, and the American people certainly.
Should the Director of National Intelligence be part of that final assessment?
I think everyone and anyone with